you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing? Wow, so much delicious food. Do you really eat all this just for...
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about whole...
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the morning, but what about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood congee? Let me refill your bowl.
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and... So full. That meal was... Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of... That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Xingqiu? You sure know a lot.
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of many talents, young master.
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble.
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff, you know? My dad... He always wanted me to inherit the family business. But that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever wanted to be.
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interest in...
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what I could do. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but wushu dancing has always been the only... One day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but in the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. Don't get on my case just yet, okay? It's not like I think I'm completely without fault. No, I know that it wasn't the right way to go about things. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor...
Gaming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So I found a job as a guard to make some money. And now I have enough to get by, and then still, change takes time.
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold.
Actually, we told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making, Gaming?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
That title certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh, I know that she's an adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting...
Is that not something you can do?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another...
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end.
Great! The more the merrier! Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived!
Hello, friends.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin Restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe! Not there!
See? It worked. She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water? Or...
I'm fine. I just feel chilly.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
I feel a bit better now. Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin Restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the
Gaming. The name sounds people tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker.
Well, you know me.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe. And this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before.
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying. Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when...
Wow, you really thought...
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my companions. I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festives, but Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop. My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes.
Well, we're all here. But where the heck is Xianyun?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered...
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon! Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. So delicious. Paimon's life is complete!
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we...
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening. Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the others are... Hey, Gaming! Want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate?
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh?
No, it's not that. It's just... it would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make one then. What shape should we go with? What do you think, Shiyu? Is there a particular design you want?
I want a
That might be a little hard to...
True, but I...
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns.
I see. My
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, alright. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch, with no discernible... Oh, still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead.
Oh, no need. I'll just... Anyway, we should probably get started. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design is...
Yep.
One is looking forward to see...
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friend.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, when giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not?
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi.
With age comes wisdom, child.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right now. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's not a completely... If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travel. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should... Now, what expression should we give her? Since the kite is going to be... Ooh, like this? Ooh! The title of Champion Kite... Now that we've decided, let's make it happen! It's done! Paimon has to say. Kite Paimon might even rival real Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! It's so pretty. Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master. If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go out.
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form?
Oh, well, now that you fortunate Paimon can see it too!
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow, the disciples of Adepti really are something.
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flat.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look
The eyes and ears glow in the dark. So your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao. It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's...
What about your kite, Traveler?
Ta-da! Here it is!
Its self-important countenance bears a striking resemblance to that of its namesake.
It makes her look like she's already won the competition. Well, that's gonna happen one way or another.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety by releasing a kite? Oh, and to do so by making use of this? One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the...
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over! It's right there!
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive.
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its...
One believes it drifted in the direction of... Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one...
Your concern is misplaced. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode on the subject of said kite, however. One simply must remark on the genius of...
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess...
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor. Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the moon chase?
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as one...
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please, I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who...
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all, then we'll...
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird. Mooncarver? Mountain Sheeper? What are you doing here?
You!
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe. Did she...
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their...
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware...
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive... However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a...
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your...
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already? Oh, all this flying.
They're back.
Paimon's pooped.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves. Gaming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that...
Oh? What did he say?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. He looked quite dejected at...
Now that you mention it, Gaming did seem to have a rather straight...
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as...
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection, but lose it. And if Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself...
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mind.
Just like some people can eat spicy food.
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important as...
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation?
We were just chatting. You don't have to but...
One was merely doing a bit of cooking. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied...
Oh, it's been so long since I've had...
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is... Shenhe, Ganyu, come with me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
She asked them just like...
You look pretty too, Ganyu. Oh, how should Paimon put it?
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor... What colors have you been partial to lately?
Lately? Why is...
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited...
The color black doesn't get dirty easily.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and...
And the material is sufficiently
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased with...
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting This golden crab's particularly good. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite making. Oh, well...
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much—
It appears that he wishes to—
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in Shen.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict?
One has only heard that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say?
Oh, okay. Paimon just hopes he won't mind.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogias. He possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for— At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogias made— However, when one asked Menogias his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogias was— And later— what one means to say, that it is a time to address problems before— Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason.
That's nice and all, but
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be—
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our Aha! One has an idea. How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
yep. Oh, Paimon really hopes.
One's designs never fail. Now then, I counsel rest for all, and